What's up, YouTube? Welcome to the Coffee Pod. My name is Chisha Zed.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
This is bullshit. Woman demands that men stop ghosting women. Don't believe me? Check it out for yourself. Let's get it.
Stop ghosting. This ghosting culture has gotten so out of hand, it's actually astronomical. It is utter bullshit. My friend is gorgeous. She is in her mid-30s. She's successful. She's incredible. Awesome person, so fun to be around, and doing so much work on herself. And she met this guy on Hinge or some shit. They had 3 great dates. He was communicative, not too much, no love bombing. They didn't sleep together, for everyone that wants to try and blame her for any of that bullshit.
Is that what she told you, Sabrina?
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
Guys, you know, women lie to each other too about that stuff. That's what I was thinking. I said 3 dates. Well, I will say this. If he didn't get the cheeks in 3 dates and he ghosted her, well, that's your answer. The man probably just wanted to smash and realized that if it was going to take longer than 3 dates, he wasn't going to deal with it. Anyways, let's get back into it.
And they had some great dates. Everything was seemingly normal. They went out this like a week ago. They had a great time. He texted her saying, I'd love to see you again. They were texting, you know, a couple times a day here and there. And then he said, you know, listen, I'm not really feeling well. I'm just going to take a rest. She was like, okay, no worries. Feel better. Didn't hear from him for a few days. So she texted him like, hey, just want to make sure you're feeling okay. Never to be heard from again.
It's unfortunate.
And this is the type of shit I'm saying. Be a grown up. Just because you're not into somebody, whether you met somebody else or you're not that into them or you really, whatever, I don't really give a shit what your reasoning is. Just send a text. Hey, I think you're great. I had a really great time getting to know you, but this is not the connection I'm seeking. Take care. It takes 2 seconds to be a grown-ass adult. But for all of these cowards that are hiding behind their phone, don't give me this bullshit. Oh, it's better for the other person. I'm not hurting them. And oh, it hurts them to tell them the truth or that I met someone else. Oh, but you think disappearing on somebody that had a great connection with you, that was super into you, you think that's the...
Yo, this chick is pissed. She's obviously speaking from personal experience. She's projecting right now. This is her opportunity. She's really talking about her experiences. That's where the frustration is coming from. But she's using her friend as she's using her friend as the excuse. That she just cares about her friend. Nah, you've been getting ghosted too. Lady, I remember I did a video about this chick. Man, you don't have to explain shit. You don't have to explain shit. You know why? Because women ghost men far. It's not a tit for tat thing. This is just the territory. This is just the territory. Remember that these women are equal. They want to trick you into holding you to some moral expectation because you're a man. While she's jumping from joystick to joystick, from CC, no explanation at all. Women do this far more than men. It's just what it is, right? He doesn't owe your friend nothing. He doesn't owe your friend anything. Sorry, lady, but don't feel bad for you.
Answer, that's on you. That shows your cowardice. That shows your avoidance. That shows that you can't handle confrontation. If a girl can't handle, she argues with what you say, you have every right to block the, to never talk to her again. But send a simple message, and it's enough of this stuff. Enough of these games. It's enough of this garbage. Do better. Stop ghosting people. Stop treating people as if they're transactions and going right back on the app to swipe, 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 swipe. It doesn't work that way in the real world.
Wow. What are you guys up to today? What do you guys have going on? As always, we're going to check out some of these comments. Let's see what the people have to say. First comment comes from a woman and it reads, you should start posting their pictures in town saying he is lost. What? Okay. Nothing crazy about that. Next comment says, nah, I can see why he did. Good for him. He doesn't owe you an explanation. He doesn't owe you anything. Very true. A woman responded back to that person and says, if you haven't met, then I agree with you. Once you meet and start planning the next date or tell them how much you like them, then ghost. Next comment added to the thread reads, it doesn't matter if you've met or not. If speaking enough for reasonable expectation, end it. Finally, the last comment here says, facts, 3 dates, mid-30s, and no sex. Ghost. Yeah. More likely than not, if he ghosted after those 3 dates, it's because he wasn't, he didn't get any sex from her. And what would you rather him do? Just stay there and continue stringing her along and waiting? No, he decided to leave. Next comment here from another woman says, it's so toxic when a man does this. I've learned to be grateful because it shows me he's not on the same self-awareness level as I am. She dodged a bullet. You got to think about this. Instead of thinking like he probably left because I'm not his cup of tea or I may be the problem, women will always in some way turn it to like, I am above him in self-awareness. Think about it. It's the small things that point to the delusion of modern women, man. The small things. The creator responded back to that chick and said, amen. Mercy. So happy she found out sooner than later. Another comment here says, it's so toxic when anyone does this because I hate to say it, but women do it just as much. No, women do it more. Women do it more. You want to talk about being brutal? Who friend zones people who they know want more from them than what they're willing to give them, but just keeps them there and uses them while they know that they deep down inside hope that they may just one day get a taste of the cheeks. Women, you can't feel bad, man. Cut her off, right? You're not cursing her out, yelling at her, cut her off. 3 dates, cut her off, fast, not slow. Next comment here from another person says, ghosting seems like the natural extension of internet dating. Someone else responded back to that person and says, no, it's the extension of never taking accountability or never facing the truth of the reason to not like someone. And the person responded back to that comment and said, my point is that ghosting was not really a thing when people were meeting in person. Yeah, it's almost like dating now is a bit more difficult for everybody, but more for men. But in the long-term effect of things, women also end up having to drink some good coffee.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
This comment from another woman says, I'm so done with dating, exclamation marks. She's also triggered, guys. She's mad. People who keep ghosting are cowards, she says. Why can't they just be honest with us from the start and save us time and pain? Because, Stacy, they want the cheeks. And women love being lied to. And you don't get the cheeks by telling the truth. The truth hurts. Next comment says, it's traumatizing and literally the worst pain. Oh, I'm sorry. Another person here says, I can't. I just hate talking to men. She goes on to say, I need everyone to know that I am the ghoster of men in this situation. It's paramount that everyone knows this. Someone else added and says, I've been ghosted by women, but I still talk to other women. Grow up. It's not all men. And you're not evil for ghosting men or women if you're not feeling it, right? I'm like, okay, is the cool thing to do to explain yourself, but what if you just don't want to? What if that person, her friend, rubbed him so wrong that he maybe thought, I don't want to say anything negative, so I'm just not going to say anything at all. And here's the other thing, man. Some women want you to explain yourself, not because they want to listen and want to learn, but because they want to now start like breaking you down with their words and saying, well, if you knew this about me, why you couldn't figure that out the second date? And she's like, I just don't want to go through that. Next comment here says they disappear in order to leave the door open so they can come back. Telling us why they're done closes the door. Hey, that's something, right? Free game. Another woman here says, for real, it's such a cop-out and abusive. Gosh. Last comment here in response to her says, it's a cop-out for sure. Abusive? How? I don't agree with ghosting, but abusive is a stretch. It's abusive being a man. It's abusive. It's abusive being a man. Guys, as always, curious to know what you think. Leave your comments down below. I appreciate you for checking out yet another episode of coffee pot. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.